Hi everybody, Joshua here, the Heavy Piano YouTube channel. This is a tutorial for Elliott Smith's I Better Be Quiet Now. It's in the key of E, at least for the verses, and then it goes into the key of G for the second part. So there's two main chord progressions, and I'll talk about these right now. First one is in E, then it's going to go to E over C sharp. So E major chord, you're just going to change the bass to C sharp, which in effect becomes C sharp minor. So I have our melody up here on the G sharp. Goes to C augmented, E over B. I'm going to call this an F sharp major over A sharp, with the G sharp and the melody being the ninth. Going into an A major 7, to B, to E. And that little line on A. Let me do that much again with the chords and melody. So starting on the E. Okay, so that's the first part. You'll repeat that twice for the verses. Then it goes to G major, A major, to C, then D over F sharp to G, and this time we're going to descend F to E minor, D over F sharp again, to C, C over G if you want, depending on the kind of sound you want, back to D over F sharp. Do that much again, I'll play it slowly. I think a lot of times when I play this version, one of the things, instead of playing the C over G, when I'm going to transition out of this part back into the E major part, I'll use the C in the root. Then I'll go to D instead of D over F sharp, because the bass is kind of walking up back into E. I'll show you. So we have the C in the bass, D again, and then we're going to walk up, back transitioning to the E. That's kind of like a diminished chord, D sharp diminished. Let me do that again. Which brings us back into that E major. So, okay. So we have the instrumental, which basically follows the chords on the verse in E major, with one caveat. Let's see here. So we have E major, E over C sharp, C augmented, E over B, and then the melody and the guitars. And then it's walking up. So that's how it comes out of the instrumental part. So it's a little bit different than just having A to B to E. Instead you have as A, B, A over C sharp, B over D sharp to E. So it's just adding a little bit of movement and a little bit more complexity in the chord change versus in contrast to the verses. Okay, and then the other different part is the very last time you do that second section. I'll play that much again, and as I come out of it, let's see here. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, so coming out of this, let's see. Sorry, thinking out loud on the fly here. The very last time you do the verses, instead of resolving to E major the last time, we're going to go to that C sharp minor, F sharp major, A major 7, B to D major, back to B again, and then it resolves back to the E. So that's the very last time you're on that E progression. Let's see here. Okay, more or less, those are the two parts. You have the E major progression and the G major progressions, and then that little bit of a change at the end, and then a little variety when you have the instrumental part too. So if you want to play it the way I played it, I'm kind of doing this. So I started the introduction playing around with E major and E over C sharp. So it's C sharp, G sharp, keeping this in the top on the right hand. So kind of doing that. E, G sharp, B's together, and then again, you have a spread out E in the major third, G sharp. You could do octaves in left hand or on the E. So that's one of the things I go back to when I'm playing through it. I'll jump into that C sharp minor in there for a little bit in the middle part of it before I go on to the verses again. And then kind of some of the patterns I'm thinking about. Kind of just, even just rolling those chords like that. Doing fifth octave, and then doing the right hand, G sharp, C sharp. Go ahead and take the E major and practice this. Let's see. Root, fifth, and then third up on top. So that's kind of some of the patterns I'm thinking about. Also doing the alternating root and octave between left and right hand, and just in doing the alternating hands, I'm trying to create a little bit of rhythm and movement in my playing. Also thinking about the energy, breathing in, breathing out, and taking a breath, and trying to ebb and flow of the energy as I'm playing. Those are some of the things I think about, or maybe don't even think about, but then if I have to go back and analyze it. This is such a beautiful piece, and it's just beautiful musically. Even when you take the lyrics out, it's still really pretty, and it's complex musically. But one of the things I always do, and I try to mention this in my videos too, is I'll just be singing the lyrics in my head while I'm doing different takes. So I always enjoy doing Elliott Smith arrangements because I really like his music. So I hope you enjoyed my cover, and I hope you can take a little bit of this tutorial and learn it at home. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them below and I'll get back to you. But thanks for watching. A big thank you to my patrons on Patreon. And I will catch you all later. Take care, everybody.